90% of businesses fail in startup. 90% of businesses failed during startup. But Jason, you're talking about um, how to be killing it in pressure washing business. And I'm going to tell you that. But I wanted to let you know that only 10% of people are successful in pressure washing. The main reasons that people fail in pressure washing businesses is because of running out of money, being in the wrong market, a lack of research, bad partnership, ineffective marketing, and not being an expert in your industry. So, why do small businesses fail? A lot of it has to do with some other things of lack of funds or lack of capital, poor management, inadequate business planning, and overblowing their budget. Cash flow problems. That's what I want to hit on tonight. That's what I'm going to talk about. Hey, Jason Guyman here with PressureWashHelp.com, King of Pressure Washing. And today I want to hit on how to kill it in your business, how to get your pressure washing business to the next level. Now, I am working on this rig today. I actually put another hose reel on this rig. I put it right here. It's on the soft wash. I got to do a little bit of doing that. I disagree. It's not always lack of capital or resource. It's lack of resourcefulness. Or a lot of times I want to hit on it's lack of motivation, lack of getting out there, being relentless, being prolific, and just being, as Jason would put, ruthless. So, let's see. I got to go to where did I put my list of stuff here so I can stay on track here, because I did do a list of things here. So, the number one thing that I see reason why businesses fail is I had a guy, we was at the Huge, and, there was a guy there, and he was like, Jason, I'm in St. Louis, and I just can't make no money. I just can't make no money, And, I'm looking at these other guys, and they're not being able to make money either. And, what do I need to do? Well, I'm going to tell you what you need to do. But you have to take action. You can't be like, well, I tried that. That didn't work. I put out 5 signs. That didn't work. I posted on Facebook one time way back when. That didn't give me no business. Well, here's what I want you to do is you got to take action, and you got to take massive action. And one thing that we can do is identify your target market. So Cincinnati in northern Kentucky is a big area. From my house to the north side of Cincinnati, it's about an hour drive. It's about 40 to 50 miles north. I don't target the whole area because Cincinnati is not my target area. Northern Kentucky, there's Florence and Erlanger and Edgewood. Not my customers. Now, on the very bottom of northern Kentucky, there's a place called Union, Kentucky. It's right next to Big Bone, Kentucky, or Salt Lick, Kentucky. No, not Salt Lick, but Sugar Tit. But Union has lots of high-dollar houses. The average income in Union is about $130,000 combined income. The average home in Union, Kentucky is about $400,000. That is one of my target markets. All the rest of northern Kentucky the average income's about less than $100,000, and their houses are less than about $200,000, $250,000 is the average household. So those aren't my customers. So that's one area. Another area is all the east side of Cincinnati. There's all the different east, all of them. There's a bunch of them. There's Loveland, Indian Hill, Mason, Montgomery. Them are all north. But all the west side of Cincinnati is not my is not my target market. That's part of Indiana. Now there is one little nice neighborhood in Indiana that I'm hitting, but that's it. So we need to know where our target market is, because a lot of times, like I was saying with the guy I was talking to in Indiana or St. Louis, he's like, "There's just no money there. We can't make no money." And I'm like, "Well, who are you comparing this to?" "Well, these other two guys, they're not making no money either." And this is when Dan Platta came up, and he's like, "Well, you're looking at the wrong people. You're trying to get the wrong people. You need to go talk to this dude over here that's doing over $1 million. You need to talk to this dude over here that's doing $1 million. Those are the people you need to start researching. Those companies are the companies that you want to see where they're putting their marketing dollars at, and trying to figure out where they're putting their marketing dollars at. Because you know what? They're doing something right. And those are the people that we really need to hit on hard and find out where they're marketing at. So we really need to identify the target market area. A tool that you can do this is what about Cincinnati? A tool that you can use to check this out. It's called melissa.com, or you can look up melissadata.com, and you can find out all about your zip codes, and you can find out where the high end areas are, and what income is this income, and what income are the different incomes. And then we can see, where do we need to target our marketing at? I'm wanting to put a lot of signs out in Union and Walton because there is a lot of money. I'm going to put a lot of signs up the east side in Anderson Township and Loveland, Milford. Milford's not really, but Indian Hill. Indian Hill was at one time like the 9th or 10th richest in the country. And so that's where I'm going to put my marketing dollars at, because I don't want to go where the dirty houses are. I want to go where the clean houses are, that they clean them every year. Those are the houses I want to focus on. I don't want to focus on the houses that are so dirty and so nasty that they don't have money to put into their house. You're going to do it for free for the pictures because they ain't got the money to do it. And don't be expecting to do their neighbors, because they're not going to do it either. So you got to find the people that you're looking for in there. So decide who your target market is and who will and what will reach them. So when we're looking for our target market, we're looking at our avatar. What is our avatar? Our customer avatar. Our customer avatar is a group of our customers. We're going to take all our customers and we're going to try to get as much data as we can, and we're going to start penciling stuff in. What do they drive? Where do they shop at? What part of the town is there? What school do their kids go to? And if we can find out a lot of that data and we can see what they like, we can hit that hard. We can target that stuff. If they're shopping at Whole Foods and not at Walmart's, that's probably my customer. The Walmart customers are not my customer. I'm looking for the people that are Whole Foods. I'm looking for people that want to go golfing and want to spend time with their kids, and their kids play competitive sports, and they spend lots of money on sports and all of that kind of things. Those are the people that I really want to focus on. Those are the people that are the ones that I want to go find out everything I can about them. Do they have dogs? Where do they sit their dogs to the pet sitter? Yes, there's people out there that spend $30 a day to take their dog to the pet sitter. And if they're willing to spend $30 a day to spend a day at the pet sitter, they'll be willing to spend money on pressure washing and house washing and all of those awesome things at the end of the day. Determine the size of your business and whether you need employees or not. So this is in the planning phase. This can be in the very beginning of starting a killer business. We have to look at what kind of business do we want? A great book is E-Myth, E-M-Y-T-H, E-Myth. This is a great book to start reading to see what kind of business you want to be. Do you want to be a one-man band, or do you want to grow into a business? There's benefits of both. You can be a one-man band, do 6 figures, $150,000, $200,000, maybe even a little bit more, or you can grow your business as a company and get it to $1 million. And so we got to figure out what kind of business do we want to be. Now, here's the thing about the little business of one-man band. Yes, you can make a lot of money, but the minute you get hurt or something happens to you, you have no more business. You can't sell that business, and that business will fail. Soon as you get hurt, something happens to you, the business is done. If we grow a business like the book E-Myth and we start putting names in different places and we start erasing our names out of it, then if you get hurt as a business owner, it's going to run on. You have technicians, you have different people running things, so that way that business can grow and flourish. Now, one of the pros of a one-man band, you get all the profit. You're not paying nothing out. You don't have to worry about your employees breaking your trucks. You don't have to worry about them wrecking them. You don't have to worry about them no shows. You don't have to worry about employees screwing up stuff because they're in a fast hurry and they don't care about nothing. Or you can have a business and now you can grow your business. And if you get hurt or if you start working that business well enough, you can work on the business instead of in the business. And I know I have a lot of older folks in here that are in their 40s and 50s and even 60s. Yes, you don't really want to have employees, but you also hurts when you get out of bed in the morning sometimes. And when you roll out of bed, you hurt in other places that you didn't hurt the day before because you're just getting old. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I'm just being honest. So research other businesses in your area and see what they offer to their customers. Now, I didn't say look at them and you got to make your business just like them. Go find your competitors and see what they're doing. See what they're doing well. See what they're doing not well. See what you can do better. So I know I'm in Christmas light mode right now. Christmas light mode is I'm building the frame, all the stuff for my Christmas light training, online training. I'm doing it right now as we speak the last week, and I'm going to be working on it for probably 2 more weeks or 3. And I was doing the Google My Business side of things. And there's this business that does Christmas lights, and they're a landscaping company. They're a large company that is a franchise. It's home decor decor group, and there's other businesses, a Christmas light business. Well, the decor group, they have 10, or I think it's 8 or 10 reviews, and their average is like 2.1, 2.3. Not very good, right? Who wants a 2.3 average on your 5-star review or on your Google reviews? It's not going to help you out much. Yes, there will be a training. And so what it was is you got these bad reviews. And if you start reading the bad reviews is their customer service sucks. I mean, it sucks balls. It's bad. It's horrible sucks. Like there's like 3 or 4 reviews just being like they don't communicate, they don't do nothing. So you answer your phone, you communicate, you do what you say you're going to do, you go blow their expectations out of the water, and guess what? You've become a great business at the end of the day. So that's how you do that. That's what you do when you do that. I hear that. Even sleeping hurts. Any Christmas light training in Central USA, it will be in Raleigh. I got 2 in Raleigh right now. Figure out how much money you need to start a business, which includes all expenses like office supplies, equipment, inventory, marketing, stuff like that. Now, I understand this can be a little bit difficult because I've got guys that have started from nothing. I've got guys that spent their last 4 or 5, I think it was $600 on my training and started from nothing. That was pretty much food on the table the next week. But they've also did 150,000 their first year. So, yes, we need to figure out how much money we need to get started, but don't let that hinder you. Now, I understand this is the number one thing that sinks a lot of businesses. This is the number one thing that sinks a lot of businesses, the money side of things. And some of that comes down to is you're not very good at or money savvy because you're not a very good business owner. You don't understand business. And so there is definitely some things that you got to learn and do. So if you are good and you do the things you need to do, you can be successful as a pressure washing business. It does take time. It's not an overnight success. I never said that. I never will. I've known some people that have done well. And Greg Townsend, Jason Hoffner, I can give you a list. I mean, there was guys at the Huge this year coming up to me, giving me numbers that I had not had heard, and it was blowing me away. There was this guy started last year, did $250,000 last year, and he's already done that this year. And he's like, I would have never done it without you, Jason. And so that goes back to, I want to be a cheerleader. I don't want to be you following after me. So I love that. When I heard that, I was like, holy crap. And I had a lot of other guys successful coming up to me and saying, you helped me get to there. And I'm not bragging on Jason, because I'll tell you, I want you all to be successful. That is my goal. My goal is to make you successful, to give you the keys that you need to make sure that you can open the doors that you need to open, so that way you can keep growing your business. Now, it's not easy, and a lot of these guys, they've put their time and they've put their effort and they've really kicked it in gear, and that's what it takes. You got to be prolific, you got to be relentless, and you got to be ruthless. That's the three you got to be. You got to be prolific, that you're doing this stuff day in and day out. You're not stopping. You're kicking every door you can. You're turning every rock you can flip, and you keep doing those things. And then the next thing is you got to keep marketing, and you got to keep doing the things that you're going to do to grow that business. You got to keep doing it. It's not going to be easy every day. There's going to be days that the freaking hose reels fall off the truck, the water tanks fall out of the truck, the pressure washer goes bouncing down the road, the $2,000 water fed pole goes bouncing down the road. I never forget the time that somebody sent me a picture that their trailer was going down the road, that they didn't hook it up right, and it started going down the road. So, those are things that you got to do, that you got to days that are going to be like, it's going to suck. It's just going to suck. But with that said, there will be days that you wish you can do. Because at the end of the day, this isn't a business that I want you to go killing it and you're working 70 and 80 hours a week and you don't have time for your family and you're just spending all this time working and grinding and doing the things you need to do to get the business done, and you forget who you're doing it for. Now, I understand there's a time and place for that, but it's not, if you're in this business for a year and you're still grinding every day, doing 80 hours a week, 90 hours a week, there might be something you need to check. Now, I understand that there's some firemen in here and you do work 100 hours a week. But what I'm going to tell you is take the weekends off. If you're not on shift, take those weekends off. It's not that important to work every weekend when you, especially if you have a family. If you don't have a family, it's a different story. But if you do have a family, that's what you got to do. I still have the blue tape on the floor of my garage as a reminder of what you can do if you put it there and you start taking action. So take action, guys. Push everything you need to do. Flip those rocks. If you're going to do Facebook, do Facebook. 10x it. you're posting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day. If you're going to do Google My Business, which you better be doing Google My Business, you're putting a photo or two a day. You're doing a post, 2 to 3 posts a week. You're doing the things that you need to do so that way you can grow your business, because those are the things that will grow your business. Those are the things that will get you to the next level. Those are the things that you have to do. And if you can keep investing in your business, and yes, money's going to be tight, and you keep investing in your business and investing in your business, it's going to grow. And I'm not saying go out, buy all nice equipment and doing those things. Do with what you have, grow it as far as you can, then you can start upgrading your equipment. And the only reason why you want to upgrade your equipment is for efficiency, not just because it's pretty and it's cool and I don't have no money's coming in, because you know what? I see a lot of rigs out there that go for sale because it wasn't because the rig's pretty. I mean, this is a pretty rig. I got it right in. I actually put it in my garage yesterday or today. I'm putting on the hose. I put it on a hose reel. I'm putting in a mixer valve. It's going to have a 12-volt system on it. It's pretty, but this thing ain't going to make you money if you can't get that phone to ring. You got to get your phone ringing. You got to figure out marketing. If you ain't got money, then you got to take the time to learn it and figure it out. That's what you got to do. I hear it all the time. I hear it all the time from people. And like I say, I was talking about the dude from St. Louis. You got to take action. I'm like, do you do Facebook? No. Do you put signs out? I put 10 out. They didn't really do much. Did you? Well, then what are you doing? He's a full-time pressure washer trying to make this living. And I'm like, what are you doing in your time off that you're not doing nothing? Are you out there flipping rocks? No. Well, what are you doing? Because you ain't getting the phone ringing. Are you working your LinkedIn? No. What are you doing? I don't know. I don't know. The phone won't ring. Well, no crap, Sherlock. It's not going to ring. If you don't get out there and flipping those rocks and doing your Facebook and doing your LinkedIn and doing your website and doing all those things, your phone never will ring. It will not ring. I will guarantee you your phone will not ring if you sit on your couch and think that it's just going to start magically ringing. And a lot of those people, you know what they do? They go out here on their equipment and they're like, ooh, you know what? I need something here. I need a new something here. Ooh, I need something new over here too. I need a new one of these. And I need to work on this. And I need to do this. And I need to work on this tank. And they spend all this time on monkeying around on their equipment instead of monkeying around where they need to monkey around. And that's, go get those signs out. Go do the things you need to do. Go do those hard things. It's hard sometimes. I tell the story when I was down at Jason's and it was 85, 90 degrees in January in Florida. And I was burning up, sweating, sitting in the car in the air conditioner. And there he's out there putting them 5 rounds. When it was last job, been out there 7, 8 hours, hot. And he's out there still doing those 5 rounds. Every house you go to, you do a 5 round. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do to get your business to the next level. That's the things you got to do to make things happen. That's called taking action, and that's called taking massive action. And if you're not very busy, you do a 10 round or a 20 round, and you put some signs up, and you do some things that are hard. In my speech, I was talking about, in my speech at the Huge, I was talking about putting up signs. I get asked this question quite a few times. Jason, how do I put up signs? And what that really tells me is you're afraid. You're scared to go put up a sign. I mean, really, all you do is you just take this here and you stick it in the hole right here. If I can hit the hole, I might need some hair around it or something. Going to put it in the hole here, and we're going to slide this in, okay? Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go out to the corner of a busy four-way and we're going to stick it in the ground. Now, some people are really scared to go put this out in the ground, so they're going to hide behind the sign, hurry up to the street, put it in there, and run back to the car because we don't want nobody to see us. Some people will go out at midnight and do this because they're scared to go out there and do this. Go do it. Just do it. Just do it. I start a $4,500 job tomorrow that I got from Facebook ads. Just do it. That's what you got to do. You do it and things happen. Things happen when we do stuff. If money is tight, invest in marketing and hustle. If money is great, invest in marketing and hustle. Always have equipment for last. You always mention it. What do you mean by a 5-around? From Australia, you're across the lake. So, a 5-around. What is a 5-around? That is where we take let me see if I got something here. Actually, I do. So let's see if I can pull it out. If I can. Actually, I got what I really want, and I don't have it here. So we're going to take a door hanger, or we can even take, so I got some postcards. If you want a postcard, you can go to pressurewashhelp.com/get signs. So we're going to get a postcard, something like this, or a door hanger, and we're going to put some information on. We can put a nice little QR code down here that will take them to our website. We would want some call to action on here, phone number, stuff like that. This is a nice card. It's nice and thick. It's not real flimsy. Or we can do a door hanger. So if it had a hole right here, a door hanger. And we're going to go to the neighbor on the right next door to it. We're going to put this in there. Maybe we fold it in half. We fold it in half and shove it in the door. Or if it has the door hanger, we put the door hanger on it. And then we're going to go across the street and we're going to do those 3 houses. Then we're going to cross the street back again, which is the other neighbor of the house we did. And we're going to put a door hanger on there. So that's what a 5-around is. And then we're going to put a yard sign out in that yard. So then that's way, because it's all about touches. So when the neighbor come home, they're going to see the yard sign. Then they're going to go into the front door and they're going to see the postcard or the door hanger. When they leave, they're going to see that yard sign again. When they get to the end of the subdivision, they're going to see another yard sign. When they go to the next stoplight, they're going to see another yard sign. When they go to the next stoplight, you're going to see another yard sign. When you go to the next stoplight, you're going to get another yard sign. Yes, yard signs work, and that's how you work them. I wish with all my heart the guy was in St. Louis is able to change his mind. Take what we told him and turn things around. I remember being in that spot. It is no fun. And this is one that I walked away from the dude because, I'm all about taking action. And if you're going to give me excuses of why you can't do something, and you're going to give me excuses of, well, Jason, that's not how, I can't do that here, or that don't work here, or, well, how many times did you try it? Well, I only tried one time. And, if you're not taking action, I can't help you. I'm going to walk away. It's just, I mean, you got to take action. You got to be willing to take action. You got to be willing to first thing you got to be willing to just shut up and listen. That's where a lot of people get in trouble. That's why businesses fail. When Jason first started, and I know he hates when I tell about this, I got the Voxer of, Jason, there's only $99 guys around here. And you know what I told him? Quit looking at the $99 guys. You're not a $99 guy. Quit looking at your competition. Quit looking at your competition. And as Andrew puts it, quit looking at somebody else's bobber. Look at your bobber. If your bobber is sitting out in the water and you're worried about everybody else, then your bobber is going to go down and you're never going to know it because you're worried about somebody else's bobber. So make sure you do that. I'm in St. Louis and it's a great location. I know it's a great location. I know several people that do very, very well in St. Louis. And the guy that we're talking about was like, there's no money to be made in St. Louis. His words was, it's worse than Florida. There's more pressure washer and it's worse than Florida. And I'm like, that's when I pulled Jason over and I'm like, hey, Jason, this guy thinks St. Louis is worse than Florida. One day I will live that down. Now, probably not when I'm dead. But, that's when I pulled Jason over into the conversation because I was laughing when he told me that. You know, I just started my LLC. At first, I was worried about competition, but not anymore. Don't worry about it, dude. Do not worry about it. Plenty of money to go around. Find the places that you got to find. Find those people that are willing to pay you. That's what you got to find. Because once you find them, there's a way that you can find them and get them. And those are the people you want. So make sure you go out there and take action and do the things we need to do. Let's see. Mr. Dane is in the house. How's Dane doing tonight? Who is the guy you're doing the training with? I've never seen him before the other night. So that is Donovan. Donovan is a guy that he's been on my show a couple times, and I've been doing a lot of training with him. And I did a couple trainings last year with him. Donovan was a gutter cleaner, just a cheap gutter cleaner, and we got him into Christmas lights. And he listened to what I said last year, for instance. So he started out doing $4 to $6. The first year I was like, just go to $6. And then last year he was at $6, and I'm like, and this was in the beginning of the season. I was like, dude, you got to go to $8 right out of the get go. And by the time he was done last year, he was up to $10 to $12 in Christmas lights a foot. Did $250,000 last year just in Christmas lights alone. Did $750,000 in gutter cleaning mostly, and a little bit of pressure washing. Pressure washing was probably about 100,000 of that last year. Most of it was gutter cleaning. And so that is who Donovan is. He is a great guy. He has a large shop down in Raleigh. That's why I do the training there. It has a whole house, like we built a roof of a house, so that way the gutters is all within chest high, so you can sit there and put all the lights on. We have a prop that we can set up to the different pitches. So a 612 or a 1212, you can climb up that. It's right on the ground. It has a place that I can put anchors, so I can show how to do anchors. So that's why I do the training down at his shop. And like I say, it just makes things a lot easier that way. And yes, communication is key. Let's see what else we got down here. I don't know if anybody. If no one installs Christmas lights in the area, is that a benefit? It can actually be not good for you sometimes because you got to start educating your customer. It's kind of like roof cleaning. Some areas have a lot of roof cleaning and other areas don't have roof cleaning because they're not educated customers. Actually, we had a guy in Myrtle Beach last year, and he didn't do very well with Christmas lights because there's not a lot of competition down there. But that also means that there's not a lot of people know about the service. So you got to teach people about the service. You got to talk them into that service. And you got to have some high-end neighbors that are looking for that. And that goes with roof cleaning. I know when I first started roof cleaning up here, I didn't do very good on the roof cleaning because it wasn't educated out there. So those are the things that you got to try to start educating people and stuff. What up, Everyday Detail and Lawn Care? People will pay. I just started house washing and have no idea what to quote. Just been throwing high numbers out there, 3, and they keep signing up. Thanks for the great information. And it's true, and sometimes it's hard to figure out that pricing. And, if they keep taking it, you can keep raising it. You can keep going up with it. That's the beautiful thing of it. A lot of people think, well, I can't be that high, or I would never pay that. Well, guess what? You're not your customer. I wouldn't pay $2,000 to put on Christmas lights, but I had 250 customers the last year I owned that business that paid an average of $1,800 for Christmas lights. I wouldn't pay it, but they did. And so guess what? They can pay it. What can one man operation expect on first year Christmas lights hanging and after taking the class? I'm nervous about spending so much on the class and travel and lodging. Well, the thing about the class is, I know it's $1,200 if you just do Christmas lights, but $250 of that is going to go for product. So that's enough to do one house. So that's enough to pretty much pay for the class. Um, it is a little bit tough to do it by yourself. I would recommend if you could get a helper just because of the safety side of stuff of not falling off of a roof. If you don't have that, then you just got to do with what you got. I've done several houses by myself. It does take a little bit longer. There's things that you can do, and we'll teach you how to do stuff the night before, bulbing and clipping and that. So then that way, all you got to do is just the wiring of the house. So I could say one person you should be able to do 20 to 30,000 by yourself, 100%. You could possibly do more than that. I've had a lot of people their first year do most people that do my class do at least 30 to 50,000 their first year. Some hit 100, but the average I would say is that 30 to $50,000 range is where most people hit the first time. When should you start advertising for Christmas lights? A month out or even further? I've got guys right now that are running Facebook ads, and he's done close $30,000 in Christmas lights for this year. And so, they're not hitting as hard. And I don't mean this to be a Christmas light thing. I'm just getting a lot of Christmas light questions, but Christmas, and I love Christmas lights. But Christmas lights, really the month, November is your big month. If you're going to run AdWords, you could start running them. I would probably do 500, a couple hundred to 500 in September and October. And in November, I would do whatever I could afford for lights. And then that third week of November is when it's all board, hands down, go all you got. What's a good brand to start up with a pressure washer? There's quite a bit out there. You don't have to go high dollar like Hotsy or something like that. Bandit does a good one. Pressure Pro, any of the ones that a professional pressure washing store sells. Like if you go to pressurewashingproducts.com, I believe it is Lori. Southside Equipment, which is Russ Johnson, Power Wash Store, Power Wash Store. All those are going to sell you good equipment at the end of the day. If you have a local guy, you might be able to find some stuff there too. Relationship and quality are key, especially when you're trying to go for referrals. This is key for referrals. Referral business and repeat business. Right here is referral business and repeat business. And a lot of people forget about repeat business. When you're in your second year and your third year, you got to follow up with your past customers. Give them a text, give them a call, and see if there's anything you can do. Mr. George is in the house. Pretty good, Jason. Just taking in all the knowledge. Yes, yard signs work. Mr. Bill, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm not doing too bad for a county of 100 square miles and 30,000 homeowners with 4 employees. Thanks for always bringing great info for everyone. Money can be made even in the middle of nowhere. A lot of people think that you can't make money in the middle of nowhere, and you can. I was looking at the numbers of Christmas light customers. If you live, actually, I did a town of 30,000 people because Cincinnati has about 300,000, and the town I used to be a firefighter in, Georgetown, is right around 40,000 people, and I was like, if I only need 100 people, if I can find me 100 people to give me an average of $2,000, how many people is in that? And it's like 0.008% or 0.08% of the people is all I need in 30,000 people. So, it's just finding the right point, finding those right 100 customers. Yep. Referrals and repeats are free. And, and we say that they're free, but sometimes a lot of people won't even spend the money to do like a voice text or voice bombs or something like that. If we just put a little bit of money into our past customers, you would be surprised what the return on that would be. It would be huge. Michael Harris, is $99 a square foot good for this time of year? Um, yeah, I don't know. George, this is my first year pressure washing, so my goal was to make 25,000 this year, and I already went over that. High five, fist bump there, bud. That's awesome. I know for some of you guys that's easy, but that was my goal, and season ain't over yet. And so, that is amazing, George. And so what I would tell you is, for next year, set a high goal. 10x your goal that you want to do. If you want to do 50,000 next year or 100,000, try to do $200,000. What happens? You set your goal for 200 and you come up short at 150 versus going for 100,000. You get to this time of year and you're real close to it and you quit trying. So set that goal high. Set your goals high, guy. Don't just set it where, well, if I just mosey along and do what I keep doing, I should hit that goal. That ain't a goal. Set a high goal. Go for it. Push yourself. Because when you push yourself and you set that high goal, guess what? 9 times out of 10, and not just think about the goal, write it down, put it somewhere on the wall so you see it every time. And that way, when you see that goal, it makes you want to go for it more and go for it more. And tell somebody about your goal. When you write your goal down and you tell somebody, it's like 75% chance that you're going to hit that goal. So set big goals, dream big, and make it happen. Can you repair a D10 valve? Mine looks like around the shaft. No. They'll last a while, though, but that's it. How do I get my first customers? Great question. Take action. Go out there, get on Facebook. Go out there, put out 100 signs. I put out 10, 15 signs, and I about guarantee you will get your first customer. You can go to pressurewashhelp.com/ I don't even know if what that's gonna look like, but pressurewashhelp.com/ signs, and there you will get signs. If you get the 2 color, I think it's a little bit more than $350. But if you just do 1 color, it's about $325, $370 right here. Signs. This here will get you lots of customers. If you don't have $350, then what I would tell you to do is get on Facebook. And when you get on Facebook, go out there and start telling people you're going to start a business. Start telling people what you want. Ask them for that. Before you do that, though, get your Google My Business stuff. When you get your Google My Business stuff up, then what you can do that way, when you get that first customer too, even if you got to do a free one, then what you can do is put them in that way they can get you a review. And then that's going to start the review process. And we're going to hammer down. We're not going to just put out there one time on Facebook that I do it. We're going to get into the groups. We're going to go into the pressure washing groups. We're not getting into the pressure washing groups. We're going into the mom groups. We're going into the neighborhood groups. We're going into the subdivision groups. We're going into for sale groups. And we're posting that we do pressure washing. Now, we're not just going to spam those groups. We're going to go in there and we're going to give value. When somebody says who's a good electrician, we're going to say, hey, Bob Sparky's a great electrician. Don't worry about his name if he burns your house down. Who's a great plumber? Bob the plumber is a great plumber. So those are some things that we're going to do so that way we can hammer down and get those things. That's how you do it. That's how you make it happen. And we're going to post 3, 4, 5 times a day. We're not just going to post once. We're going to post 3, 4 times a day. And when we're posting, because it's all about the algorithm, we got to go post, and it's not just about our pressure washing business. We're going to talk about other things. So that way we can get that algorithm starting to show it to different people. If you can talk about a couple different subjects. There's a person that I know that teaches the 5-day week thing. If you go to church, you're going to talk to your church people on this day. You're going to talk to your soccer friends on this day. You're going to talk to your golf buddies on this day. We're going to talk we're going to post something about our family this day. And then this day, we're going to post about pressure washing. So that way, the algorithm is going to start hitting all these people, and we're going to keep hitting them and hitting them and hitting them. And then we're going to go out there and we're going to start talking, knocking on doors. We're going to go flipping rocks. We're going to go into buildings and businesses and see if they got it. All of those awesome things. But that's what we're going to. Where can you post them legally? Probably nowhere yet, technically legally. You just, if you get fined, then you know not to post them there. I mean, if we're going to do, I mean, that's just the way it is. I made $4,000 last month with 9 jobs. My average ticket went from 300 to 400. Awesome. Let's get that average ticket up some more. Let's get it from 400 to 700. How do we do that? Keep doing packages, offering packages. Packages. And I ain't saying little cheap packages. I want you to do high packages. I want you to have your $300 package, but I want you to have a $900 package. Because when we have a $900 package, the $300 package sounds great, or the $500 package sounds amazing at that point. So that's why we want a really high package and a kind of a low package, and then that one we want kind of more toward the high end. Because what happens is well, it's 300. Well, I can't just do. I gotta have at least a middle package. And you got some of those people that are gonna go $1,000 package every time, $900 package. So make sure you keep doing your packages. You can. If you want, you can use Responsibid. Go to pressurewashhelp.com/Responsibid. It's as cheap as you're going to get it anywhere else. It's a lot cheaper than if you go to their website. And so go check out Responsibid. Responsibid is a great way to do packages. I'm not just saying it for the bidding side, because it also works amazing when we're doing the follow up. But we can do packages. Packages work. Packages are amazing. Packages are beautiful, and they're an amazing thing to help get your average ticket up. But that's awesome, Tyler, that you went from 300 to 400. You know, let's get a $10,000 month before the end of this year. That would be amazing. Set that goal high. What's the worst you do? You get 8 or 9,000. My goal was 5,000 a month. I started in May. I exceeded that May, June, and July. Next season, my goal is $10,000 a month. It's what you got to do, man. And I know your August kind of went, but that's all right. You can do it. You can still got September and probably October. Let's get that up there to $6,000-7,000. Again, packages. But Jason, reviews are too hard. People won't do reviews. You're right. They won't. If you don't ask, you won't get them. And we don't just ask once. We got to be relentless. Remember? Relentless. Ask, text, email, ask for that review. We ask for that review from the very beginning we pick up that phone call. And we ask for that review when we first get to the job. And we ask for that review when we get done with that job. And we ask for that review the next day after the job. And we ask for that review 3 days later. And then we ask for that review 7 days. Yes, we're going to be relentless. You got to be relentless. If you're not relentless, it's going to be a struggle in this business. I'm telling you, you got to be relentless. And when I mean relentless, ruthless, relentless. You got to ask that they tell you to shut the hell up. And you can't still ask on a little down low. Where did you get your square tanks at? Powerwash.com. If you want to buy this right here, it's for sale. 8 gallon a minute. 150 feet of hose, 150 feet of garden hose, 50 gallon bleach tank, 50 gallon soap or water tank, gas tank. It's going to have 300 feet of hose reel here with the real deal reel, and it's going to have a mixer valve, 12 volt. It's for sale. You can buy it. Give you a heck of a deal on it. Jason, tell them a $25 credit card for the service for a review. Next service. Shoot, I'll give them $50 for their next service if you're going to play that game. Just ask for that review. I do 80% residential and 20% commercial. Is a 10 gallon really that much better than an 8 gallon? It's a little bit. It's not. I mean, it is a little bit. I'm not going to say it's just that amazing, but it is a little bit. So I'm still trying to hone in my package prices. Don't be scared to charge. Price them high. You're in a high area. $300. $300 for a house wash. $500 for window cleaning. $750, $800 for driveway and house windows and driveway. Last month was slow and looks like the best months are March, April, May, June, and July. Yeah, July actually can be slow too. July and August will slow down, but then September and October will pick up. And it depends on what part of the country you are in. If you're in the South, South can November and December can be really good if you're in the South. If you're up in the North, November and December isn't very good. It's not good at all. What Christmas like? Where's Christmas like? Will we have bring home material so we don't forget what we learned? Will we learn where to buy the lights and all the small things like that? Yeah, it's a full course, dude. And I give out my slides to you so you are actually able to go back and remember things like that. And then we got some of the best pricing for you too for price wise. This is my third $4,000 month this year. That's awesome, dude. That is amazing. Get out of here, fly. Oh, what's this one here? I'm here on the east side of Cincinnati, and there's a pressure washing company that absolutely has flooded Cincinnati with signs. He's doing it right. I was up in Mason today and even seen him there. Yeah, his name's Austin Thies, and he stows thousands of signs out a year. I think he had 5,000 signs to put out this year. And he does it with Christmas lights too. That you will see his signs everywhere, and I mean everywhere. You're right, Robert. He gets a little excessive sometimes. Just booked my Christmas lights training in October. Goal is 50,000 first year. I'll do 160 in pressure washing, just me. That I remember when you started H2 Home Improvement, and you that is amazing. That is awesome. $160,000 in pressure washing by yourself. It can be done, guys. It can be done. That is high five to you, bud. That is amazing. That is don't take that as, I talked about this the other day. A lot of times we think we're just little old pressure washers, and I'm just a bum tuck Kentucky that can't make spell and talk and all that kind of stuff. But I'll tell you, a lot of people don't make $160,000. Because even if you take out 60,000 for all the crap that goes along with owning a pressure washer, marketing and all that, you still made over $100,000, and you got to get rid of some more of that so you don't pay taxes on it. So you got to start living your life through your business and doing things that you need to do. So make sure you get a CPA so that way you don't pay a bunch of taxes, and do all those things that you need to do to be successful. But that is freaking amazing, dude. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Jason, do you have a video of how to change the pump? Which pump? The pressure washing pump, the 12-volt pump, gear driven, belt driven, all different kind of pumps. Are September classes still available? How can I sign up? If you go to pressurewashhelp.com/not that. Is it this? Right here. No, I don't know if that's it. Dates. If not, if you go to pressurewashhelp.com/in-person training and then then hit sign up, that's where you will find that. That is where you will find about that. And yes, there's still room. Congrats. And will the starter lights you give us fit on a plane? If not, we will ship them to you. It'll be kind of a box. So if not, unbelievable, we can ship them to you. That is awesome, H2O. Gosh, I need to get like you. How do you do it? Be relentless. Be do the things you need to do. Do the hard things. That's why I do these lives. That's why I bring up people like Jason that is having success. That's why I bring up people like Andrew and different people, because I want you to know that these people, there's nothing special about these people. Jason is a fireman and he's doing this. Andrew was a painter and working paycheck to paycheck and lots of debt, and they got debt free, and now that, and he was just a painter, like literally just a painter. There's nothing special about Andrew. There's nothing special about Jason. There's nothing special about Greg. Greg was a chef. He didn't know nothing about business, but he's killing it, and that's what the goal. That's what I wanted to hit on. Thanks, guys. All glory to God. Jason has taught me so much. And that's awesome, dude. I want you all to know that reason why I do what I do to help you guys grow your business is because I want you to be able to do things. I want you to be able to give back and give and do things that you would have never thought you could have done. I want you to go out there and find your passion. You know what? Pressure washing might just be one stepping stone that will get you to the next level. You might do something completely different. You might not. You might love pressure washing and growing your business and doing those things. But I guarantee you, people like H2O, he's giving glory to God. I guarantee you, he gives a lot of money away, and that's good. I love that. I love that when you go to church and you can put more money in the basket because you're giving back to what, you're giving back. You're finding different things. Jeremy Main is he gives a lot of money to the pink for breast cancer. That's amazing. He was a garbage man, not giving anything away, not doing anything, but then he started making money, and now he's giving lots of money to help different things, doing different things. That's what I want you to do. I want you to be successful. I want you to get to the next level. I want you to be able to help people play football and be that football coach that you've always wanted to do. I want you, like Greg Townsend, I want you to be able to go help narcotic inmate for the people that are on drugs and need help from a person that can give you the help, that's been in that situation, like Greg Townsend. That's what I want you to do. I want you to give back. I want you to be doing so well that you give to others. Give, whether that's knowledge, whether that's money, all that kind of stuff. That's what I want you to do. It's great that you can be debt-free, financial freedom, and you can have time freedom, so then you can spend more time with your families, with the things that you love to do. Congratulations, H2O. Now that's taking massive action. That's okay. Tell the English teacher you're making 3 times their salary. Yeah, because my English is not very good. I'll tell you right now, I sucked balls in high school. Well, I didn't really suck balls, but I wasn't very good at all those subjects that you're supposed to be good at. Jason, when should I get a CPA? When you start making decent money. If you're making $50,000, $75,000, $100,000, I would start looking at a CPA. Last thing you want to do is go to jail, and the best way to keep you from going to jail is getting a good CPA. You're going to be bringing me up next year. That's right. Let's do it, Big Rob. Let's hit those things. Congratulations, H2 Home Improvement. How do you go about pricing flat work? 30 cents a square foot. Very inspiring. Hey, Jason, I see you in a couple weeks. I'm going to sign up for the September class. Late to the party. Just finished washing, and no, I'm not special. You are special because I've been talking about you. And here's the thing. I wanted to hit on 2 of those things. So Andrew was a painter. Nothing special about Andrew. His wife had some other issues. And together, they've started this business, and they're exploding. They're blossoming. They're doing great. They're doing very well. And, sometimes we go through hard times so that we can learn what the good times are. sometimes we have to learn from our mistakes so that we can keep growing our business, so we can get it to the next level. This is a couple that was in Florida and they're doing amazing. They've met amazing people. They've done relationship building and they've met people that are start mentoring them and that are helping them grow, and they give them different books to read. And guess what? When you do that, it helps you out a lot. It really does. How do you get your business name to show up on Google Maps? Through Google My Business. Go sign up for Google My Business is how you do that. Yep, Google My Business. $300 a day times $20, no weekends, $6,000 a month times 3 times 10 months is $60,000 for a year. And that is one job per day, 5 days a week. This is how you broke it down a few times on here. Breaking it down helps. And if you can do 2 jobs at $600, you just did $120,000. And anybody can do 2 jobs. That's about 4 hours worth of work. So yes, you are correctly right. So break down those numbers, and that will help you a lot. Time to my kids' school. So again, if you're looking for training, if you want to check out pressurewashhelp.com/training, in-person training, I'm having a training in September and October. It is going to be a hands-on 3-day course. The first day is pressure washing. The second day is marketing and safety. The third day is Christmas lights. You can either do all 3, or you can do pressure washing, or you can just do Christmas lights. Christmas lights is a little bit more expensive than just the pressure washing class, because we're giving a $250 credit for Christmas lights. So that way you'll be able to do Christmas lights. So that way you will be able to take that money for the Christmas lights. You can do a package deal, and that's enough that you can do one house for $1,000, and you just made your price for the class. So definitely check that. Make sure you are doing the things you need to do, and do that. If you want to, you can go to pressurewashhelp.com/free and get 30 days free. And also, if you're looking for a skid unit for a back of a pickup truck, I have it getting ready to be for sale. I put the hose reel on. It's not all the way done yet because I had other things. You need an attitude like Jason to be a successful business owner. He is very passionate, positive, and knows his crap. Good luck, guys. And that's the thing. I'm not nothing special about me. I'll tell you, I struggled in high school. I didn't do very good. I'm not very, the numbers guy and English and how to talk and all that kind of stuff. But you know what I've learned? If you have will, there's a way. If you want it done and you want it bad enough, and you know what your why is, you can make things happen. It's amazing when you set goals. It is definitely. When you break your goal down, it makes it more reachable. Absolutely. Because now instead of that $60,000 in a year, I only got to do $300 a day, and that makes things a lot easier. I have a Google My Business. I'm not showing up on maps. You got to make sure you're doing your pictures. You got to make sure that there's not something stupid against you. There's citations. There is a couple other things, but getting those, if you can start getting your reviews and start putting your pictures, will help getting you shown up. How many people are taking the class for pressure washing? I believe I got 4 signed up for pressure washing. What is the website that you use to check SEO? You had to ask me, didn't you, Michael? Uber. So I can't remember what it is. I'll think about it here. I'm in the dry desert. I'm not seeing a lot of house cleaning in the area, but I'm unsure if I'm in the right area or the market. Advice, anyone? Yeah, if you're in the desert, you're only going to be doing flat work, clean, and you can do a little bit of house washing, but there's not a lot of house washing because you don't have the mold. So not to be a party pooper, but there is people that do start pressure washing businesses and do mostly flat work. But there's not like the money of house washing and stuff out here. All right. Hope you all have a great week. This weekend, I'm going to have the Williams on Sunday, telling their story. They're another amazing couple that, they rode the struggle bus. They still ride the struggle bus some. but they're getting better, and the struggle bus isn't so bad. And so both have an amazing story. And so we're going to have them on Sunday night. So you don't want to miss that at 9 o'clock. And then also every Monday, I'm doing a live on my Christmas light channel, christmaslightshelp.com/YouTube. And it's my Christmas light channel. And if you're thinking about Christmas lights, go check out that. I'm going to have an amazing dude on, Nicholas Yalls. Nicholas Yalls started his pressure washing business last year, did $260,000 his very first year just in pressure washing. And I think he did 60 or 70,000 in Christmas lights very first year. Now, he did have some upfront money. He had about 60,000 that he put into training and website marketing and all that right out of the get-go. And so that's how he ended up hitting that. Do you think it's possible to start with a mid SUV, really a truck best way to go? I mean, there's people that started it. I've got guys out there in cars doing this stuff. So give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm about 65-star Google reviews. A couple of weeks ago, some dude gave me a 1-star, said terrible drivers. I have no idea what that about. I reported it to Google. That's all you can do. If you have some friends and report it, can also help get that down too sometimes if they kind of do the same thing. But hope you all have a great night, and I'll see you on Sunday.